I have
Hello,
actually done that
everybody.
before. Hello.
Hi. So today we're talking about Brother Bear. I have Danielle with me. I can't point the right way.
Hello.
And Brika should be. Oh no, did I just not let her back in? Hold on. I'm so sorry, Brika.
Is she there? I can't see her.
She's there, but
Okay.
my
There
phone
she
is
is.
Yeah,
weird. So
I was here. I was listening to your conversation. I was just waiting patiently, girl. It's all right. Hello,
I'm so
everybody.
poor Brika. But yeah, so Kat unfortunately won't be continuing with us as of right now, but we still love her. She'll be in the chat, I believe. And hi, Katrina. Thank you
Hi,
for being here.
Katrina.
Hello.
So yeah, today we're talking about Brother Bear. So we were just talking backstage, and thankfully they were glad they watched the movie. So I was like, yes,
Yes, very glad.
I'm glad you guys liked it. Um, I mean, like overall, what did you think?
Overall, at first, when he was like Brother Bear, I was like, because you know how I am about original cartoons. They're not my favorites.
Right.
But when I watched it, I was like, wow, this is like really, really good. It also taught, I like how Disney teaches you things. And then at the end, they just want to make you cry. So, I mean, I just knew it was a Disney movie. It was really good.
I enjoyed it too. It had a really good message in the movie. I like how he was confused about how other creatures have feelings and that they were also a part of a family. He kind of was like, they don't, and then he got an opportunity to walk in the bear's shoes because so many times we don't know what other people are going through and we just
Mhm.
assume we understand their lives and their walk until we have to walk in those shoes and then we get enlightened and then it just kind of makes your life better, especially if you're a selfish person, which it kind of seemed like
Yeah.
he was really self-involved and like, I don't want
Yes.
no bear symbol. That ain't no man, but he got to see the true meaning of love.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, he definitely had a lot of character evolution through the movie for sure. So instead of kind of walking through the plot today, I just like came up with about like 10 questions. If we don't get to them all, it's okay. If you guys in the chat have questions, please ask them. You guys always come up with great things. And pretty much every stream I'm in, I'm always like, man, they think of better questions than I do. So, but the first one was just who's your favorite character?
My favorite character. Now, look, I'm not gonna get these names right. I just want to let you know.
You're good. I got you.
I actually liked the little brother. What his name? He started with a K.
Coda or Kenai.
Oh no, Coda was
The
the
bear, right?
baby bear, right?
Mm-hmm. So
Okay,
Kenai.
Kina.
Yeah.
Okay, the baby bear and the baby brother. I like their roles, especially when they were together. And I feel like those are my favorite characters because I felt like the little brother, he learned so much from the baby bear when he was with him, when he was in that situation. That's when he learned his biggest lesson. So yeah,
I
those are my
agree.
two favorites.
And I love Baby Bear. Oh my gosh, he was such a ham.
He's so
I
cute.
love how he didn't take no stuff, man. He like, look, you wouldn't even be surviving if it wasn't because of me. I love how he had that spunk to speak up for himself. He wasn't about to let nobody come and dog him. So he was definitely my favorite
Yes.
character. And I learned that he's the little boy who played on the episodes of Bernie Mac. Remember Jordan
Oh,
from Bernie Mac?
Which one? Which
Okay, the
one?
Bernie Mac show. The Bernie Mac show.
Yes, I know Bernie Mac, but which
Jordan.
character?
Okay, the nephew with the glasses.
I know, but which character did he play on in the movie?
Oh, baby brother, the little bear, the little bear.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Because I had to look him up. I'm like, his voice sounds so familiar. Who is that? And then I was like, oh, that's dude from Bernie Mac show.
Oh, okay, cool.
I love Coda too. Yeah, I think so. My favorite characters aren't that important in the movie. They're kind of side characters, but the two moose, they crack me up.
Ah, yeah.
They're
They
That
were
hilarious.
funny.
Yes, I love them. And it was kind of weird how they were like it like throughout the movie going through similar things that Coda and Kenai were going through. I liked the like, you know, the mirroring there. Also, I just want to say hi, Nick. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you.
Hi, Nick.
And hi, Jesse, as well. So yeah, the moose have always cracked me up. I'm always like quoting them. And then I do also really like the little like, what are those called? The sheep that have the, are they sheep? What are they called? The ones that had the horns. What are they called? They were the ones that were like in the movie. They were like, "You shut up."
Oh,
like,
the
no, you shut
Rams.
up. The Rams.
Rams.
Yeah. But the side characters always get me.
So the Rams were the ones that were trying to get the girl, right?
Right.
That was so funny. She was looking at them like, "Oh my gosh."
She was over it. She was like, "No."
That's funny.
So, the next question was, what was your favorite song in the movie?
I was shocked that they sung the Tarzan song in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I did notice that. I was like, "Oh, okay." So they threw that in there. So I thought that was neat.
Yeah, Phil Collins did the music for both Tarzan and Brother Bear. So they're very like,
okay. I didn't realize that.
I love him. He's such a great musician. But yeah, the music was really good. Brika, did you have a favorite song?
I was so shocked. Look, it was a lot of stuff. I was like, who is that? I like the song with Tina Turner. Okay.
Yeah.
You know the one song in the beginning, that was Tina Turner singing that song.
Yeah, I was like, well, and I was telling my mom, I'm like, I know that voice. And she's like, yeah, that's Tina Turner. And I was like, what?
Ooh, I thought it was Patti LaBelle or somebody. I kept saying, is that Patti LaBelle?
I know her little raspy voice anywhere. She'd be like, rolling, rolling on the river. Yeah, that was, so I like that one because I was like, that's Tina. That's Tina.
Okay.
Yes.
Don't ask me the song name. I don't know that, but
yeah, the only reason I know them is because I have a whole like playlist of like Disney music I listen to whenever we're gonna go on a trip. But my favorite is the one that Coda sings. The I'm on my way. It always like that's one of my favorite songs to play like on the way to Disneyland because it's like I don't know, it's just one of my things.
I'm gonna have to start doing that now.
Yeah, it's a cute song. And then what else? Oh, so the brothers' totems. So you know how they all had their totems of like kind of how they were supposed to live their life, and I kind of think it was like a lesson they all had to learn. So Sika had the Eagle of Guidance. He's the oldest brother. Denahi had the Wolf of Wisdom. He was the middle child, and Kenai had his Bear of Love, which obviously he was very resistant to. So do you guys think those totems were fitting to each character? I know Sika wasn't in a lot of the movie, but
I think they were fitting because they taught them each a lesson, and I guess that's the reason why they got them. Because I don't know about the other two brothers when they first got theirs, but when the younger brother got his, you know, he was like, "No way, this is not me." And I thought that was so funny when he was like, "Do you want to trade?"
And she was like, "No tradesies."
And he hit him on the head. See, I like this. They was hitting them and everything. I thought that was cool.
I love her. She's great.
She was a real.
Yeah, she was good. I think I like that because don't we all want to be something we want to be something that we're not. We don't want to embrace who we're supposed to be for a while until we kind of start walking in it. And then you realize that is your gift or that is the road you were supposed to be walking on. Like we go through so many things and that's how he was feeling like, no, this is not me. I want to be something greater than that, not realizing how much strength it really was until the end when he really decided to walk in that. So I thought it's so true to how we want to be something other than what we are a lot of the times. And sometimes other people see good things in us that we don't see in ourselves a lot. And we kind of push back on those things. So I thought that was a good message. Like Danielle said, Disney always has some really great messages that make you kind of look at yourself like,
oh wow, you compare to real life, you know? I'm like,
yeah,
oh my gosh.
Like, do I do that sometimes? Like sometimes I know I might be on a journey for a specific, but maybe it's a hard journey, and I'm like, I don't want that journey, but it's something I needed to go through. And later you say, oh, I did need to go through that. So that was pretty cool.
Yes, and I think with Kenai, it was, even though he didn't think it was fitting, I think it was very fitting, because really he ended up making like a big sacrifice for Coda in the end. But I think it took a lot of education on his part before it fit him, and I think Sika's was definitely fitting. He was definitely that older brother that had to, guide them and teach them the right ways. And Denahi, even though that development was kind of happening on the side, in the end, it kind of did show how he was spreading the wisdom of other people. And so I think they were all very fitting. But like you guys said, you have to, you get what you need, not what you want, essentially. So yeah, I think the totems are a really cool aspect of the story, and including the spirits in there. I think it was just really good storyline. But
yeah. So can I ask you a question? So the lady who actually did the totem, she was like the what of the tribe? I
think she's kind of like their I don't know if like a spiritual guide is the right word, but I think kind of something like she had kind of a stronger connection with the spirits, and so she was the one that was
I thought she was like a spiritual, guidance person.
Okay.
I guess she was the one who did everybody's. They would come to her and get their destiny for life.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, because I remember, and one of the scenes, she kind of mentions how she's spoken to the spirits, and this is what they've created for you and come up with for you, and all that. So the next question was, what was your favorite scene out of the whole movie? What's your favorite part?
Well, I like the scene when all of the bears were together and they were throwing the fish end around and telling little different stories. I really like that scene. I also like the scene when he decided that he wanted to stay a bear. Now that really shocked me. I was like, wait a minute. He wants to stay a bear? But I actually think that with him wanting to stay a bear and the brother going to the people and telling them about the story, it kind of united the animal kingdom with the people. So I thought that was a really good part of it too. So those are two of my favorite parts. I have a few others, but those are two of my favorites.
What was my favorite parts? I definitely like when they got into the fight. I mean, it was sad, but I did like when he realized he was behind what was his name? Coda's mom's death. Just that emotions and how he was truthful to him and sat down and talked with him to explain what went on, because I thought that was very big of him to be like, I need to tell you something, and then them having that conversation. I like that part. But like Daniel said, I love the part where he decided he wanted to be a bear. I was surprised. Like, what? You had opportunity to go back? Because he hated bears. Like, he thought they was like, I can't stand bears after that happened. And for him to decide that he loved that little boy enough to support him, which was so honorable because he was the reason why he didn't have a parent.
Right.
So him filling in that role, that was like, wow, Disney, they really, that was good because, they always take a parent away, but this time they was given a parent. I like that.
And I was going to say that too. Why do people always have to die in a Disney film? What in the world is going on?
Well, that's because Walt Disney had that guilt about his mom when he bought that house for her, and she got in that tragic accident that claimed her life, and he always blamed himself for that. When that house, I think it was like a gas line or something that went wrong, something of the sort. Somebody could say in the comments if I'm wrong, but something happened in the house where she, got hurt.
So now they incorporate it in almost every movie.
Every movie is like key.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And then normally they don't have a strong father role because his father was very abrasive to him and kind of like abusive in a sense. So he didn't have those, he got the guilt on the one hand with the mom and then the not a great relationship with his dad. So they just be.
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely a theme. I know there's not like a lot of strong father figures I can think of in the movies. I think they're either passed away or but then you have Goofy, who's like the ultimate dad.
Yes, he is, and his son don't even want to deal with him.
Yeah.
Right. But Moana had a good father.
She did. Moana had great parents. Like,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, but yeah.
So Jessie had mentioned her favorite scene was was when Kenai actually put his paw on the wall with everybody else, and I remember like watching that and I was like, yes. It's like, yes, Kenai. But yeah, that's a great part. It's really powerful, and you get to see like kind of him and Denahi like repairing that relationship too, because Denahi, like, when you think about what he went through like a lot of trauma because he thought Kenai was killed by a bear, not that Kenai became a bear. So he thought he lost two brothers, and so yeah, he definitely went through it.
He was coming to get his brother. His brother's like, wait a minute, it's been
like,
horrible.
No!
Oh, wait a minute. Another great scene was after the older brother, what was his name?
Oh, Sitka.
Sika came down and the mama bear came down and they hugged. And then when they went back up in the sky, I was like, oh, it was so nice. I love that part.
Mm-hmm.
That scene always gets me. Every time I watch it, I'll start like tearing up and I'm like, no, you've seen this 8,000 times, Caitlin. Like, you can't still cry.
That's how I am. That's how I am on Toy Story when Andy go to college and he played with them toys for that last time. I'll be falling apart. Okay.
I know. I'm the same way with that. It's these movies, man. They know how to tug at your heartstrings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think my favorite part. It's not that deep, but I think it's my favorite part because it's funny. Is when the older lady, the spiritual guide, she's kind of talking to Kenai, and Kenai doesn't know he's a bear yet. And so it's that scene where he realizes he's a bear and he's all screaming and freaking out, and all you hear are these roars, and she's like, Kenai, calm down.
Yeah, that was hilarious. He's like,
that was great.
Jess, I just want to answer her question. Yes, Jess, this is my baby. Her name is Carrington, and she's actually 6 years old. She's a grown woman.
So, she looks so pretty up there with her ponytails.
She's frightening. She makes an appearance from time to time.
Tell her, do she want a buddy? Because Jakey can come visit y'all.
No.
He made me so mad. Caitlin, I ordered this jersey and they delivered the jersey over the gate. I don't know why they did that, but he opened the package. He just running the Spear jersey all through the yard. You know I was mad at him. He knew I was mad. He was looking like,
oh, man. I would have been, one time my Chihuahua, when she was a puppy, decided she was going to chew up my Mac charger. And that was when I was in college, and like an $80 charger was like not what I could afford ever. So I had to like do all my homework at the library for like 2 weeks before I could get this charger, because I had to like rent my charger for my laptop.
Oh, Lord.
I was like, you little brat.
Right, I was so mad at him.
But yeah, so I mean, yeah, definitely a lot of good scenes in the movie. The next question is kind of related, but it's what made you laugh? Like, what was the funniest part of the movie for you?
Tell us your funniest part first. I gotta think about it. Yeah,
that's hard because a lot of it makes me laugh. But
okay.
I really like when they're riding the mammoths, and the moose somehow end up on the mammoths with them, and they're just kind of like dangling off these mammoths, like playing hide and seek. He's like, I spy, and like a tree. Oh, dang it.
Oh yeah.
I spy, and it's a tree every time.
That was funny.
I think I like when he was getting caught up in the traps. That was funny.
Oh yeah,
Every
that
time
was
he kept getting that, he always had to come and save him out of those traps. He's like, come
yep.
on. Oh, and then I love the part where the little bear was like, I would have handled him for you, and he was showing him his fighting moves. That was hilarious.
Yeah, they definitely had a good like brother dynamic where I don't know what they were arguing about, but there's one part where Koda was like, "I couldn't see it past your fat head."
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah. I love when they used to fight. That was funny too. But when he was saying this is the move I had, and he said, look over there, and then he ran behind him. He was like, typical.
Let's see. Did you have a part that made you laugh, Danielle?
Oh my goodness. I'm trying to see. It was really a lot of good parts. I think my main one is kind of what I already said about when they were throwing the fish around and stuff. That was a really funny scene to me. As you said, the moves, that was really funny as well. And when they got their antlers caught up together and when they saw the bear, they just like really start freaking out, like, oh my goodness.
Oh
And
yes.
then when you said they were antelopes when they were trying to get the girl, I thought that was really funny too.
Oh yeah, the rams. Yeah, they're funny.
Where I get antelopes from? Oh my
They
Lord.
all have antlers.
Oh, and it was
Horns
another funny scene where the head bear, when they were throwing the fish, and he was like, "Yeah," he said, "What happened to me this year was there was something blocking his cave, and he knocked it down. Now he has a family of squirrels," and the squirrels was like, "That was funny."
Yeah, they were not happy. There was in that same scene, there was like the like older bear, the older lady, and she was like, "I lost my dear Edgar." And you just hear in the background,
Oh
like,
my
"Quit
God,
telling."
I'm not dead. That was so funny. Yeah.
He's like, "Quit telling people I'm dead."
And I did rewind that part. And I don't know why I didn't even remember that part. But yes, that was a very funny.
Yeah, it's like I can still hear his voice.
Yes, Jess has got a few answers here as well.
Okay, so yeah, when Coda kept annoying Kenai, which is basically the whole movie. Yes, that is that is accurate. Yeah, Coda just he was just living his best life, and Kenai was just along for the ride. you know. So, the next question. I mean, I love Loungefly, so I wanted to throw something Loungefly related in here. So I've always said I really wanted a Loungefly with the moose on it, because I love Brother Bear, and I think it's like ridiculous that we don't have any Brother Bear Loungefly. Mm-hmm. So if you guys if you could have your ideal like Brother Bear Loungefly, what would you want on it?
Oh, that's a great question. Let's see. I love to see your comments, everybody in the chat as well, because that's a really good question.
Yes, let us know.
I would say I guess the baby bear with the little brother as bears, maybe. Or I don't know. I just keep seeing the scene of the big brother and the mama bear just going up. And I know that may not alert you that it is baby bear, but I just thought that was just so pretty.
The graphic, like the illustration in this movie is beautiful. Like the colors. Mm-hmm. Brika, do you have a Loungefly idea?
I'm sorry, did you ask me a question? I
apologize. Oh, no. We're okay. No, so we were just saying if we were to do, I was throwing a Loungefly spin on this, and I had mentioned that, like, I think it was a Loungefly Talk Live, that I wanted, like, a Loungefly with, like, the moose on it. So if you were to have, like, a Brother Bear Loungefly, if it was, like, your ideal one, what would you put on it?
The little brother bear fighting. When he was doing his fighting move.
That would be really cute. I would buy that in a
Or
second.
maybe the Kenai upside down hanging, because those parts are hilarious.
Those would be really good. Okay, so I thought that I wanted to just kind of put my little Loungefly swing on it. Jesse said, "I'm a wallet girl, but they make those. I have to say it would be cute to have one with all three brothers where they hug before Kenai decides to be a bear." Ooh,
That is nice.
that's a good one. That would be
Ooh.
a gorgeous wallet, yeah. Or even on a backpack too. It would be really cute. I think that would be great for a wallet though, because it's wider. You know what I mean? So you would get the.
Wider scene, yeah.
That would be cool. I like that idea. I also thought like when Kenai's turning into the bear, the like I think it's like all the spirits and all the lights and stuff when he's like making that transformation. Maybe when he's like coming back down as the bear, but I just love like the artwork in the movie. It's really gorgeous.
Yes, yes.
It was. Or even a scene with the Northern Lights. That was pretty too.
Yes, yeah, I just love. It's also like I remember like the first time I watched the movie, I was like, "Whoa," because it was just so colorful and like. So,
So,
go ahead.
question.
Yeah.
Okay. How did, after the big brother passed, how was he able to make his brother into the bear? His spirit was guidance, but how was he able to do that? I wonder.
I think like from what she was saying, like the spirits like can interfere is what it sounded like if they have plans for someone. Because when she was talking to Kenai, she was saying, "Oh, Sitka must have big plans for you."
Yes.
So yeah, so I think just with their spiritual like powers, I think they're able to just kind of do that.
Plus, I think it was because he got very disrespectful and broke his necklace. That all that stuff started happening when he did that. And he tossed it down. Remember, he threw it down.
Yes, yeah. He was very upset about his totem, and the big thing that they kept telling him was, you need to live by it, you need to respect it, and yeah, he did. He like got really upset, threw it on the ground, and I was like, it made me so sad because like the lady, she like picked it up and she looked so sad, and I was like, no. But yes, so
yes, it was spirit magic. She said it was spirit magic. The reason
Yes.
why that happened. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So throughout the movie, or a lot of the movie, is like Coda and Kenai kind of going on this journey, right?
Mhm.
So throughout that journey, they met a lot of different characters. Which one was kind of your favorite that they encountered? I don't really know their names, but just describe them.
I'm not sure. But I don't know.
No, you're fine.
Because I feel like we've already talked about a lot of the characters already.
I know.
In the movie, my favorite, a lot of them were my favorites. So it would be hard to just pick one.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Yeah, I mean, for me, like, I think my favorite, like, not favorite, well, like, one of my favorite interactions, because I like a lot of them, was, like, like what you said, when they were tossing the fish around and stuff. But there was, like, a bear that was Russian.
Yes.
Yeah, and he was just, like,
looking at him like,
yeah.
What are you saying?
And then there was one where I think I don't remember if this was like, I think this was after they met up with all the other bears, but him and Coda were somewhere cold and there was ice, and they were like looking in it was like the credits. That's what it was, the credit scene. They were looking in the ice, like at their reflection, and it was making their face all weird. And then another bear walked up, and his like reflection looked normal. And then when it panned over to him, it was like all illustrated, all weird. I have to find a picture of it.
Okay, so now I gotta go and watch the credits because I didn't watch it. Well, I usually do because sometimes at the end, there's always like something special or extra. I don't even know why I didn't look at the credits.
Yeah, like after the credits, there's like a scene with Coda where he's like, it's like a disclaimer, and he's like, "No fish were harmed in the making of this production." It was really funny.
Okay, so now I gotta go back and watch it.
Yeah, I missed that too. I gotta go back and watch that as well.
Was there like an encounter on their little journey that kind of stuck with you or that you really liked, Barika?
Sorry, I'm like moving luggage. What did you ask? We always working, girl. You just don't know what we're doing behind these scenes, okay? What'd you say? I'm sorry.
It's so bad. Like during their like little journey, was there like a certain like interaction with another character that kind of stuck out to you or that you really liked?
Not really. I can't think of one.
You're good. Yeah, I was just trying to like, when I was thinking of questions, I was like, how do we still like kind of move through the plot? But yeah, I think they ran into a lot of different animals. Like I think in the beginning, you had mentioned earlier, but the moose were like, if you're not a bear, you're a big squirrel.
Right. Right.
Oh, you know what? I did think of a part. What was the character that was like, that bear is crazy?
Oh.
And he's like, he's crazy. That bear is crazy. He's like, I'm not crazy. He was like, I know. When he was first telling them that he really wasn't a bear, that he got caught up in the bear's body, he's like, crazy.
Yeah, I think they were like chipmunks or something like that. I remember that too. Yeah, those were good. So out of the three brothers, did you kind of feel like you related to one more than the others, or you had more of a preference for one out of the three? When we're talking about like Kenai, Sitka, and Denahi.
Well, I think on the last movie, y'all may get mad with me, but I feel like the little brother caused all of this trouble, okay? He caused all of this trouble.
They always do.
Why the older brother died, and then he wanted to get revenge, and then he ended up dying, but the older brother put his spirit. So let me ask you a question on that as well. If the older brother hadn't put his spirit into the bear, would he have died, or would he have still been here?
I don't know, because I think he like, because wasn't it when he was like, it was during the scene where he was like trying to kill Coda's mom, right? Or when he killed Coda, yeah. So I don't know. That's what I've always kind of wondered that too. I'm not sure if it was like, had he not intervened, if something would have happened. Because that could be part of it too. Like there could have been like an intervention where it's like, well, I got to do something because he ain't getting it.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. That's actually a good question. But I mean, that wouldn't surprise me because Sitka was always kind of like, okay, like we need to do the right thing so we don't get hurt.
Right.
Or hurt other people.
Right.
That's a good question.
I don't know. I just have so many questions after you really look at a movie and you think about a lot of stuff. You're like, well, what if, you know, so.
No, I'm always like that too. And my boyfriend, he gets like mad at me about it because he's like, you can't think that deep into it. And I'm like, yeah, it's like time travel movies kill me because I'm like, but then, and he's like, don't think about it. Just.
I do that too. I always have to Google. Now I gotta find out about that. Like when we were watching Hamilton, I had to research everything about Hamilton. I need to know about the Stroller sisters. I need to know about. I just get caught up in it. Now I gotta Google.
Yes, Kenai definitely caused a lot of trouble, though. He was definitely a troublemaker. And it's funny because I don't know if it was a Funko stream, but somebody had asked who our Disney crush was, and I had mentioned that it was Kenai, like not as a bear, but yeah. But you know, and everybody's like, why? He's so annoying. I was like, I don't know.
he wasn't annoying. He was my favorite. He just was trying to find his own way. He wasn't into all the going with the flow and people telling him who he was. I mean, he just was trying to find his own journey,
Mm-hmm.
and I liked
Even
him
if
the
it
most.
wasn't the best ways, it was.
Well, it wasn't the worst way. He just was about to go get that bear that got his brother.
But you gotta look at if he wouldn't have threw that rock at that freaking bear. You know what I'm saying? He the one who made all of this stuff just keep going and going and going.
If he'd have just tied up the dang basket.
Thank
I
you.
know. He was
And he
like, "Don't
saw
worry
the
about
fish
it."
there, and he know he didn't do it right, and he still walked away. And then now you want to get mad because they don't got the fish. It was your fault from the beginning.
Yeah, he
Typical
was wrong for that.
irresponsible
Yeah.
Because they
18-year-old.
told him do not let tie. They told him to tie up that fish, and he was like, he was so busy trying to get to the festivities.
Mm-hmm. And then you want to be mad because a bear who eat fish got the fish. Come on now. How can you be mad about that?
Yeah, and I think I always tell people, I'm like, well, it's like I don't want to be with a bear, but like post bear personality growth, Kenai, like,
Yeah.
but yeah, and you actually see a lot more of his like character development too in the second one. Like you learn a lot about his past, and the second one's great too.
Okay.
Jesse was asking what our least favorite scene was. So even though it was crucial to the movie and it needed to happen, like I hate when Sika dies. It makes me super sad.
Yes.
And it's hard to watch.
He sacrificed his own self.
Mm-hmm.
That was the really hard part of the movie.
Yes.
For his brothers, yeah.
Did you guys have a
Maybe do you think since he sacrificed himself, that's why his spirit was still out? Because he did something good for others, for his brothers.
Mm-hmm. That would make sense, yeah, because it would make I would think it would give you kind of a I don't know if a status is the right word, but like I mean you're a hero essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Like did you guys have like a different scene that maybe you liked the least? Or was that
Least face scene that we did not like. Let's see. I didn't like. Oh gosh, I like the whole movie.
I know.
I don't think I had a least favorite scene, but I thought it was really sad when he had to come out and tell Baby Bear what happened, and he was actually the one who killed his mom, and I thought that part was really sad.
That was sad.
It was really sad, but then the Baby Bear came and saved him at the end of the movie, from his brother, because his brother was about to kill him, and Baby Bear was like, even though he killed my mama, he still cared for him enough that he didn't want to see him die. So I thought that was a good scene.
His little roar in that scene is so cute. He's like, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that scene is really, and then the music like adds to it. And he's like the quote that really sits with me in that scene is he's like, well, it's kind of about it's kind of about a bear. And it's kind of about a monster. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have like a least favorite? Oh. Can you hear her, Danielle?
We can't hear you.
She's not muted though.
It's when she got into her car. You know how your car transitions.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's what happened with her. When she transitioned, it didn't, do good.
The Bluetooth.
But yeah. But Jess has something else that she's saying too.
Okay.
I can hear y'all. Can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
You can hear me now?
Yes.
I was gonna say it was funny because they both saw each other in a bad light before they got to be friends. Because what's the little bear name? Coda. he thought he was looking at him like a monster, and then what's the other brother?
Kenai?
The
Yeah.
brother that turned into the bear, Kenai. He looked at them like monsters, and so they both had this
Mm-hmm.
misconception about each
Mm-hmm.
other until they got to know each other. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and that probably played a part in Koda's decision to forgive him. You have like these two people both seeing each other because there's, like she said, I think they were looking at these cave, or I think maybe it was, I don't know where they were at. They were looking at like cave drawings, and it was drawings of humans that were hunting, and he said those monsters are scary.
He did. He did.
Yeah.
He did. And then also when the baby bear started telling him, and me and my mom were walking, and the hunter came, and my mom threw me in the bushes trying to protect me, and all of this and that. But I mean, the baby bear saw it in that way, but the little brother, he saw it totally different. You know what I'm saying? So it was two different sides. So after they both got together and saw how one side saw something different from the other, and then it was like, oh, okay. So I thought that was kind of cool. Because like us, we're scared of bears, but how do bears feel about us?
Right.
You know, we scared of the little bittiest little bugs and stuff that be flying around our house. We like, how do we know that they may be scared of us too? You know?
They probably are. They're like, that thing's gigantic.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think that was one of the big lessons in this movie was like learning to see from other people's points of view.
Mm-hmm.
Walking in their shoes, sort of, and
yeah, definitely,
like loving each other despite faults, really, which was Kenai's totem. Yeah, I think that was a big theme in the movie. Jesse was saying, but for me as the baby, the whole fish basket scene was like, what do you expect when you treat me like that? No, that's what happens. Then get mad when it happens anyway. So I think she's saying like, you know that I'm like I'm still learning, a little immature, but like you still trusted me with this thing anyway, which totally understandable. And I think Denahi like kind of starts to realize that throughout the movie, where he's like, I need to take some responsibility now because Sitka's gone and Kenai's going through it and I'm going through it, so we need to figure it out. And I think that was where the wisdom came in, where he finally was like, oh, ding, like, so yeah, definitely. And the last question we've kind of talked about already in a roundabout way, but kind of just like how Kenai's decision kind of made you, like, affected you, like how he sacrificed himself to just be a bear the rest of his life because he knew Koda had no one else.
Right. Yeah, I think he did that because he felt bad because of what happened to Koda's mom. And he said he has no one else. Mm-hmm. You know, no one else but him. So that's the reason why he did it.
Yeah, and I think like how they all kind of had that
I did feel bad for his family though.
Yes.
Well, he was still there with his family, you know, just in a different form.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
no,
I think
he wasn't gonna be around his village anymore as no bear. He can't be around.
Well, you'll
them.
see.
They wouldn't want to be around the bear.
But I think, and I already said, you gotta watch part 2.
Yes.
But as I said, I think that really helped the villager people to understand the bears more the wildlife in general, you know.
Yeah, I think it was a really good scene because, you know, Koda's like sitting there like, oh no, what do I do? And then Kenai kind of is like, oh, I can't just like leave this bear, and it's not like we can keep him as a pet. So yeah, I think that was a really selfless decision on his part. And it gets more into why it's selfless in the sequel. And you actually kind of see some interactions with the other tribes. Like they refer to him as Bear Boy, which I think is hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like, Bear Boy?
Okay, so is that in the part 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see part 2.
Oh,
You guys are
I
gonna love
gotta
it.
watch that tonight now.
It's so cute. My heart. Like I can't. But
Yeah, we're gonna have to make sure we watch it because I told my husband, I said, now I gotta listen to the soundtrack.
the soundtrack. Oh, don't even get me. I love Tarzan and the Brother Bear soundtrack. Are like I could listen to that all day.
Yeah.
Love it. It's so upbeat and happy. But yeah, it was a great. I'm glad you guys loved it because I was like, oh, I hope they don't hate it.
Yes, and I tell you again, I thank you
I'm
for.
not the hard critic. Danielle is the hard one because she don't like old films.
But I thank you so much for because just like I said, I never would have watched it if you did say, let's watch this movie.
I think that's what I really like about this stream too. Is like it's giving me the opportunity to like see new movies and rewatch movies I haven't watched in a long time.
Yes.
Because I am like a huge movie person.
Definitely.
I don't talk about it a lot on my channel, but I am. So I was like, when you guys were like, yeah, join us, I was like, yes, I will. Like, so, yeah. I mean, do you guys have any like final thoughts on the movies or anything you wanted to mention?
I'm excited to watch 2 now.
Yes. yes, I am. I'm excited to watch 2. Was it good enough that they could do a third one? Or do you think they did pretty much everything in the second one?
I think they could do a third one.
Okay.
I don't know if they will, but I think they could.
Okay.
I would love if they did. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
But I could see them going a few different routes with the third one, for sure.
Okay. Good.
But yeah, definitely let me know what you guys think because I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised when I saw it. I was like worried because like I was on because it used to be on Netflix, and I saw it and I was like, oh, they made a sequel. Like, ooh, I hope it's good. And then I watched it.
Why do people think that? People always think the sequel can't be as good as the first.
Pixar, I feel like always does the sequels well.
What?
But like, I've noticed.
Yeah, sometimes the Disney ones are kind of like generic, but they're really good if you give them a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I worried about it because like so there's certain sequels that like never went to theaters, and those sequels typically are film projects done by like Disney interns. So like there's a sequel to Beauty and the Beast that's like meh. There's a sequel to Tarzan. It's called Tarzan and Jane, and it was just odd. Like the artwork was off. The voice actors were totally different. So it's like for me, it's like I never know what it's, and I know because Brother Bear didn't gain as much popularity, I was worried it was going to be kind of like a low quality sequel. And then when I watched it, I was like, oh, this is just as good as the first one. This is great.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
I like a lot of the sequels.
Yeah, and most of them I do.
like a lot of the sequels.
Yeah, it's very rare that I don't like a. Well, actually, it's very rare that I don't like a movie. That doesn't happen very, but yeah, most of the sequels are pretty good. I just noticed like some of the a sequel to Aladdin was pretty good in my opinion. I like the sequel to Aladdin. The Cinderella ones were
good. It really
good.
was.
Yeah. So it's like for me, it's like I was worried because I loved Brother Bear so much that I was like, oh, please don't ruin it for me. Yeah. But yeah, well, I'm glad we all loved it. Yeah, we can go ahead. I know there's only 3 of us, but if you guys want to go ahead and just say what's coming up on your channels, and a quick little blurb about yourself because I forgot to do that at the beginning because I'm not a pro streamer or anything, but.
You did an amazing job tonight. You did really well. I don't really have. Well, I'm not going to say that. I have more just Loungefly items coming up on my channel. I'm excited about getting a particular bag, but I am really waiting for my store to get it. They got 2 days to get this bag before my box lunch money goes away. If they don't get this bag, I'm just gonna order it online. But I just want to be able to see it. You know, it's something different when I can just see it and take it. and know that that's what I really want. Like, I have a up bag right now that I'm looking at that I'm just like, I don't like it. So that I'm thinking about just going in, getting a refund on it, because it just doesn't move me. You know, I don't even want to use it, you know. But anyway, just um bag reviews I'll be doing, and doing price drops on loungefly.com and
Yes.
on Amazon. So I'm really gonna be doing a lot of stuff like that coming on my channel. And we also have Lounge Flight Talk. I was just looking at that. That is coming actually next week. It will be on the 24th, which is on a Tuesday. So November the 24th will be Lounge Flight Talk, and I am so excited about that. So I'm going to go ahead and start promoting that now.
Yay! I'm so excited. I love our Loungefly talks.
Yay! We love Loungefly Talk. Let's see. I have coming up on my channel. Oh, first of all, hi, I'm Brika, and thank you for tolerating me today. We were getting through my mom and daddy's anniversary.
Congrats to mom and dad.
All right. We had a little shindig today. Yeah, it was really nice celebration. Okay, so I have my 300 subscriber giveaway for our family. We're doing our giveaway. I was supposed to put it out yesterday, but just in trying to finish the celebration, I didn't get to that. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna release that tomorrow or maybe tonight. I'm gonna try to do it tonight. And we're giving away a Disney Princess Happy Planner, so we're excited about that. Then we have Disney Money Monday, which will be tomorrow, where we're talking about finances, and we got some updates to talk about, okay? Because some things have transpired and happened in regards to the trip that caused a little bit more money spent. So we'll be talking about that. On Wednesday, I have Happy Plan with Me,
Yay!
where I'll do the Happy Planner. It's so fun. I love it. It just releases a lot of stress. And then Fit for Disney, I hope that I'm doing good on Fit for Disney, because last week I bombed it with my little weight loss journey. So I have those, and then a couple of other videos that will sprinkle in, but I won't. You just got to come see. Just come see.
Caitlin, did you ever get your
What
Happy
about you?
Planner?
Yes, I did. I did get my Happy Planner.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, so I don't know if you guys saw like the other Happy Planners that showed up.
Yes.
So if those go back into stock, I think I'm gonna get them, because with the Happy
Mhm.
Planners, you know how you can take everything out and like. So I think I'm gonna get them and like totally customize mine if I can.
Yes.
But
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, because I'm like, I want the other princesses in it. Like, I want all of them. But yeah, I did get it, so I'm really excited to like start using it come the new year. I actually used to be like super big on planning. I used to do plan with me videos too, and then I just like within the last year just fell out of it. And then you guys like sent me the Happy Planner stuff, like the Disney stuff, and I was like, oh, my motivation's back. There it is. Like that's
Yep.
what I needed. So yeah, I actually want to try to start doing plan with me's again. We'll see if I can fit it in. So I'll do my best. But yeah, this week I have Funko Chat live, which we have every Wednesday. This week it's going to be on Erica's channel. So, and it's going to be an hour later. So it'll be 10:30 Eastern time. So it's kind of late.
Oh, so Eastern is whose time? That's your time?
No, 10:30. It would be like
Disney
Josh's
World?
time. Disney World time, yeah.
Okay, so that'd be 9:30. Oh, yeah, that is pretty late.
Yeah, so 8:30 my time. My time zone never changes, so I'm just over here like.
And I was so shocked when you said that. I never knew that until you said that. You all's time didn't change. I don't know why our time changes, because it confuses everybody.
It does. It just freaks everybody out. We're all like, "What time is it?"
Yeah.
like in the Funko Chat, I think like we all have different time zones, so we're all like, okay, it's this time for me, this time for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then of course I'll be in Danielle's Loungefly Talk when that comes up, which I love being a part of that. And usually I have Funko and Loungefly stuff going up, which I do. This week was I was going through it, so there was no videos this week. But I uploaded a ColourPop the Child palette today video, and then I've got Loungefly, Funko, all that stuff going up. So that's my channel. But I really appreciate everybody being here, and thank you, Danielle and Barika, for doing this with me. It was so much fun. Do we know what we're doing next week? What movie?
I think it's her turn. Isn't it your turn for movies?
I think it's my turn. Yep.
You don't know.
It's my turn. I'll let you know. I don't know yet.
Okay, so to be
You can't hear
determined.
me, sir? You know, I got back to the hood. Yes.
Yes, so we will be with.
I'm back in the hood, y'all. You know, internet don't work in the hood, so.
Elsa gonna get her again. But yeah, so we'll be.
She lives on my block. Elsa just don't want me to want me to live my best life.
She's hitting you with those snowflakes. So yeah, Barika will be hosting, and I think will we be on your channel, Danielle?
Yeah, I think we will.
Okay, yeah. So same time, same Sunday next week on Danielle's channel, but Barika will be hosting, and then once we find out a movie, we'll let you know. So, but thank you everybody for being here. I really appreciate you all in the chat, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.